Welcome students. Today we will study about morphology and anatomy of three animals, and these are earthworm, cockroach and frog. So let's start. Okay? This is Pheretima posthuma or earthworm. The biological name of earthworm is Pheretima posthuma. The common Indian earthworm belongs to genus Pheretima, having some 500 species, out of which 13 occur in India. And earthworm is terrestrial, nocturnal and fossorial animal. What is the meaning of fossorial animal? It is used to describe the habit of living underground, and the earthworm belong to phylum Annelida, and the main characteristic of this phylum is segmented body. So earthworm have multiple segments and their skin helps in respiration. Now, characteristics of earthworms. You can see here the picture of mature earthworm, or you can say an adult earthworm. You can see the body is elongated, narrow, cylindrical and bilaterally symmetrical. What is the meaning of bilaterally symmetrical? Bilaterally symmetrical is having identical parts on each side of an axis. This is bilateral symmetry. You can see here the pointed tapering anterior and more or less blunt posterior end. The body being a little behind the anterior end, and the length of the body is about 150 mm and breadth is 3 to 5 mm. So it has 100 to 120 segments on its body. These are the segments. So approximately 120 segments present in the body of an adult earthworm. Its color is dark brown or clay color, which is due to porphyrin, and porphyrin is derived from the chlorophyll. You can see here the morphology of earthworm. This is prostomium, this is peristomium, which present in the first segment of earth. This is clitellum. This is a circular glandular band which occur in 14 to 16 segments, and external segmentation is absent in the area of clitellum. Clitellum differentiates the body into three regions: preclitellar, clitellar and postclitellar region. This is genital papilla, which help in reproduction. This is ring of Seta, which is S-shaped. This is anus. This is the last segment which bears a slit. This is dorsal blood vessel. This is male genital opening. This is genital opening, female genital opening. This is male genital opening. This is female genital opening. This is genital papilla. So the first segment is called buccal segment or peristomium. Bears a crescent-shaped terminal mouth and a dorsal projection called prostomium. Peristomium bears longitudinal folds and presence of S-shaped seta, which helps in locomotion, presence of photoreceptors, which is a sensory organ, and these receptors are called phaeosome, and they present mostly on the first segment. 4 pairs of spermatical pores lie in the intersegmental grooves of 5 by 6, 6 by 7, 7 by 8 and 8 by 9. Each leads internally into sperm storing sac called spermatheca. And an adult earthworm secretes cocoons, and clitellum helps in the secretion of cocoons. After copulation, baby earthworm develops in the cocoon. Now, female genital aperture is present in the 14th segment, and on 17th and 19th segment, genital papilla are present that help in copulation. Now, pores. So many pores are present in an earthworm's body. First of all, mouth. It bears peristomium and prostomium. Anus, which present in the last segment and helps in excretion. Female genital pores. Male genital pore is the aperture of prostatic and spermatic ducts and present on the 18th segment. Spermatical pores. They are 4 pairs of ventrolateral pores that lie in the intersegmental groups of 5, 6, 6 by 7, 7 by 8 and 8 by 9, and each leads into a spermatheca. Nephridiopores. In except the first 2 segments, nephridiopores are present all over the body. They help in excretion. Dorsal pores. They occur singly mid-dorsally in intersegmental grooves starting from 12 to 13 except the last groove. Coelomic fluid oozes out of the pores for passage of old cells, keeping the skin moist and providing characteristic odor to the animal. Genital papilla. There are 2 pairs of cup-shaped outgrowths present ventrally on 17th and 19th segment, one on each side. The papilla possess minute pores of accessory glands. Papilla help in copulation. You can see here the picture of earthworm. Here we are showing the different parts, segments and pores of earthworm's body. This is prostomium, this is mouth which bears prostomium and peristomium. This is prostomium, this is peristomium, nephridiopore, spermatical openings. These are seta. You can see it's a KT, male gonopore, female gonopore, sperm or seminal groove, tubercle, and this is clitellum, which help in production of cocoon. Now, internal morphology of earthworm. First of all, we will take digestive system. Earthworm is omnivorous in diet, though food mostly consists of organic matter, algae, broken pieces of fallen leaves, and food is swallowed along with soil by everting buccal cavity and its sucking action. So, the digestive system of earthworm consists of alimentary canal and digestive glands associated with them. Alimentary canal is a straight tube of variable diameter which begins at mouth and ends in anus. Alimentary canal has following parts: mouth, buccal chamber, pharynx, esophagus, gizzard, stomach, intestine. You can see here the picture of alimentary canal of earthworm. This is mouth, present in first 2-3 segments. This is buccal chamber. Buccal cavities. This is pharynx. It is a pear-shaped muscular structure and lies in third and fourth segment. The roof contains pharyngeal bulb or pharyngeal mass, and its glandular cells are called chromophil cells. Pharynx is internally divisible into two chambers: dorsosalivary chamber for partial digestion of food and ventral conducting chamber. Now, esophagus. It presents in 5 to 7th or 8th segment. It is narrow tubular part that connects pharynx with gizzard. So esophagus connects pharynx with gizzard. Now, gizzard, present in 8th segment or in 9th segment. It is a muscular oval structure. And septum is absent in this region. This is meant for crushing the food. Next one is stomach. It extends between 9th and 14th segment with sphincter at either end for temporary storage of food. The wall contains two types of glands: calcareous for neutralizing acidity and digestive for secreting proteolytic enzymes. Next one is intestine. It is wide, thin walled tube that runs from 15th segment to anal segment. It has three parts. And first one is pretiflosolar intestine. It extends between 15th and 26th segments. In 26th segment, it receives a pair of conical intestinal ceca that extends up to 22nd segment. They contain digestive glands that secrete various enzymes like amylase, lipase, chitinase, cellulose, invertase, etc. The enzymes pass into intestine for performing digestion. Digestive enzymes also occur in the wall of pretiflosolar intestine. Another one is post-tiflosolar intestine. It lies in the last 24 to 25th segments where undigested matter is kept for solidification and conversion into worm castings. Next one is tiflosole. It extends from 27th segment to last 24 to 25th segment. It bears a mid-dorsal longitudinal fold called tiflosole for increasing absorptive surface area. Now, circulatory system. It is of closed type with different arrangement of blood vessels in the first 13 segments as compared to rest of body. What is the meaning of closed type of blood vascular system? Closed circulatory systems have the blood closed at all times within the vessels of different size and wall thickness. In this type of system, blood is pumped by a heart through vessels and does not normally fill body cavities. So, it is of closed type in earthworm. In earthworm, respiratory pigment is hemoglobin, which remains dissolved in the plasma, and RBCs are absent. Following parts are involved in the circulatory system of earthworms, and these are blood glands, dorsal vessel, ventral vessel, and 4 pairs of heart. You can better understand from this diagram about the circulatory system of earthworm. Blood glands present on 4th, 5th, and 6th segment. These blood glands produce blood cells and hemoglobin. Two main blood vessels, dorsal blood vessel and ventral blood vessel. Dorsal blood vessel is the largest vessel and the blood flows forward from posterior end to anterior end from dorsal blood vessel. They have contractile wall and the walls are present. Before the 13th segment, it is distributing vessel, and behind 13th segment, it is collecting vessel. Ventral vessel is the main distributing vessel. Blood flows backwards from anterior to posterior end. Walls are absent in ventral vessel. 4 pairs of heart. These are 4 pairs of heart. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 pairs of hearts with valves are also present in the circulatory system of earthworm. 2 pairs of lateral heart, one in 7th and 9th segment. 2 pairs of lateral esophageal hearts, one in 12th and another is 13th segment. Lateral heart pump blood from dorsal vessel to ventral vessel, and lateral esophageal heart send blood from dorsal and supraesophageal vessels into ventral vessel. This is commissural vessel. 2 pairs of lateral loops and 2 pairs of anterior loops are present. Commissural vessel pours blood into dorsal vessel. So, this is all about the circulatory system of earthworm. Now, reproduction. Earthworms are hermaphrodites or bisexual. It means testes and ovaries are present in the same individual. And the main part of male organs are 1 pair of testes, seminal vesicles, 2 vas deferens and 4 pairs of spermatheca. In female organs, 1 pair of ovaries, 2 oviducts, sperm receptacle, accessory glands are present. Clitellum also helps in the reproduction of earthworm that presents on 31 to 37 segments. Now, From this picture, you will clearly understand about the reproductive system of earthworm. First of all, this is testis. Two pairs of testes, one each in 10th and 11th segment inside fluid-filled testis sac. This is testes which are in pairs of two, one in each 10 and 11 segment inside testis sac. This is seminal vesicle. Two pairs of seminal vesicle, one in 11 segment inside testis sac and the other in 12 segment outside testis sac. Seminal vesicle store semen. You can see here testis sac of 10th segment communicate with the seminal vesicle of 11th segment and testis sac. Vasa differentia. Two pairs of vasa differentia are present. Vasa differentia open on segment 15. Actually, sperms are produced within the testis located inside the seminal vesicle and transferred to male gonopores by the way of vasa differentia. This is 4 pairs of spermatheca present on 6, 7, 8 and 9 segment. Spermatheca sieve and store spermatozoa of another earthworm during copulation. These are one pair of ovaries on segment 13, oviduct on segment 14. When eggs are made, they are stored in the oviduct. Accessory gland present on 7th and 19th segment and also in ventral surface of the earthworm. Secretion of accessory gland probably helps in uniting the two worms during copulation. So, in earthworm, the fertilization is external and cross-fertilization takes place. Testes mature earlier and this term is called protandrous. Actually, why earthworm do not self-fertilize? There are two causes of this point. First one is earthworms are protandrous, that is the male sex cells mature much earlier than the female cells. Therefore, self-fertilization is not possible. And one more is the relative position of ovary and testes also makes self-fertilization impossible. Copulation occurs during rain at night or early morning. What happens in copulation? Two worms come to lie in head to tail position. The sperms of one worm are transferred to spermatheca of other. The worms separate in about an hour. Each worm now produces a membranous girdle from clitellum in which eggs are laid first. As the worm withdraws from girdle, sperms are deposited. The separated girdle becomes oval and closed. It is called cocoon. Fertilization and development of young earthworm occurs inside the cocoon. So, larval stage is absent in the development of earthworm. In a cocoon, 1 to 3 worms are developed.